let me tell you something. I need y'all to listen to me close because my chest is already getting tight, y'all. This ain't no regular rumor, okay? This ain't no he say, she say. This ain't shade and this ain't petty, y'all. Woo, honey, this is spiritual warfare disguised as a headline. Do you hear what I'm saying? Spiritual warfare disguised as a headline. Honey, I got a video. Y'all need to see this. They are saying that Birdman is actually confessing. Now, listen, you got to look at what they're showing you because it's not always, you might not hear them come out to say it. But honey, when you see what I saw this video, you're going to be like, oh, you're going to have to look deep. Now, listen, have y'all ever woke up and you can feel something off is in the damn air? Like the ancestors is just tapping on your shoulder saying, baby, don't scroll yet. Pray first. Honey, that's how I felt when I came across this video. That's how this Birdman, Tamar, Toni story hit my soul, y'all. It hit me in such a way. It hit me in my stomach. It hit me in the black woman intuition part of my body. I said, oh, hell no. Hell no. Hell no. This right here, y'all, this ain't normal. This is a dark ritual. Listen, I'm sorry to tell y'all, but I have to call it how I see it. Because, baby, Hollywood don't do nothing without some dark motives behind it. Can I get an amen? These relationships, these scandals, these men, child, it ain't love. It's contracts, sacrifice, paybacks, and punishment. And I'm going to tell y'all right now, Tamar always wanted to be Toni Braxton. I say it again. Tamar always wanted to be Toni Braxton. Let me say it with my chest. Tamar wanted to be Toni so bad her spirit smelled like jealousy. That ain't shade, y'all. It's facts. You can hear it in her voice. You can see it in her moods. You can feel it in her energy. And baby, anytime someone want to be you, what do? They mimic your style, your attitude, your spotlight, and sometimes your man. Yeah, I said it, and sometimes your man. That ain't jealousy. That's obsession. That is psychological, honey, okay? That is a ritual family envy. And I know when y'all see this, y'all gonna look back and say, well, where did Birdman even admit this shit? Exactly. He didn't. And that's why it's so scary. Let me ask y'all this. At what damn point did Birdman even admit to any of this shit, y'all? Because I ain't hear Birdman confess nothing but tax problems, okay? And that's exactly why it's so dark. The devil operates in silence. When y'all see this video, you gonna spot it. Especially if you guys have discernment, you gonna spot it in this video. Look, these secrets, they move in quiet, y'all. Hollywood demons, they don't talk. They let the energy expose itself. This rumor did not need Birdman's voice. Hell, when did Birdman actually come out to say he's gay? Huh? When did he ever come out to say he's bisexual? He ain't did it, and we don't have to. We don't need down low men to say they gay to know what's going on. Hell. Y'all need to have some discernment, honey, okay? Listen, it came out because dark secrets eventually leaked through the cracks, okay? Tamar dated Birdman first, y'all. Yes. back in 2003, and I believe it. And you know what that means spiritually. Toni married a man carrying her sister's energy, her sister's mouth, her sister's hands, her sister's old soul tie. Do you know how emotional damaging that is? Do you know what kind of spiritual curse that places on a family? That's why the Braxtons can't stay peaceful for more than 90 damn seconds. That's why Tamar always having meltdowns. That's why Toni's career, it keeps crashing like an old laptop. That's why Tawanda aging like she fought in 3 world wars. Baby, it's not stress. It's a shared demon. Honey, I'm talking wrong like this should have been rebuked at the damn altar. I'm talking about wrong like get the prayer cloth right now. Wrong like don't eat from that potluck table. Listen, when one sister sleeps with a man and another sister marries him, that's not drama. That is a soul swamp, y'all. That's how generational curses get born. That's why families fall apart. That's why mothers cry at night and don't even know why. This shit ain't random. It's a spiritual violation. It's an emotional incest energy. And what pisses me off, nobody want to say it. Nobody want to acknowledge the root, but baby, I will. Honey, let me tell you why Tawanda look older than her mama. Baby, Tawanda look older than Evelyn because she's carrying everybody's secrets on her damn face. She's holding the resentment. She's holding the jealousy. She's holding the trauma. She's holding the why did Toni take Tamar's man? She's holding the why Tamar always want Toni's life. She's holding the why Birdman in our business demon. Stress don't aid you like that. Guilt and secrets do. Tawanda looked like she done seen Birdman naked and regretted it spiritually. And let me get this out the way while I'm at it. It's Tamar. I'm watching this video and they keep on saying Tamar. I don't know what they saying, but y'all gonna have to bypass this. When they talk, they gonna fuck up Tamar's name. I'm gonna let y'all know that now. Listen. Whoo! Tamar, friendly is not a regular friendly. Her friendly is loud, lean in, flip hair, giggle, dramatic, performative, theatrical. That's not friendliness, y'all. That's flirtiness wrapped in gospel. Okay? Birdman looked like he fell in love. If you had him a napkin, y'all should have saw that video they had around there when she's doing all this performing on that stage with him. Girl, honey, she talking about we just friends. We just friends is black woman code for we fucked once, but God told me to shut my mouth. Let me be real. This rumor don't grow legs for no reason. Somebody remembers something. Somebody told something. Somebody seen something. Hollywood don't keep secrets long, y'all. They unravel. This right here is the root of the spiritual rot. You cannot, I repeat, you cannot marry a man who has been in your sister's bed. That's not love. That's not romance. That is a bloodline violation. That's how families break for decades. That's how jealousy get permanent. That's how sisters never recover. Toni might be classy, but that move was cursed, honey. Tawanda jealousy, let me tell y'all something, because she always been overshadowed. First, Toni overshadowed her. Then Tamar overshadowed her. Then the men overshadowed her. Then the shows overshadowed her. Tawanda ain't jealous of Tamar beauty. She's jealous of Tamar energy. The world let Tamar be loud, dramatic, messy, loved, and spoiled. And Tawanda don't get that luxury. And when you mix jealousy and sisters and shared men, child, you got a demonic confusion. This ain't clickbait, y'all. Y'all got to watch this video. This is not clickbait. This is how Hollywood's secrets slip out. They leak through rumors. They leak through whispers. They leak through timelines. They leak through Birdman saying, "What again?" The truth always comes just like gossip first. This story feels real because the spirit of it is real. That's why y'all reacting emotionally. That's why when you see the comments, honey, they gonna hit like testimony services. That's why the rumor punching y'all in the damn chest. It's not about the facts. It's about the energy. And baby, the energy is dark. Okay? Whoo! Honey, something is evil is brewing in the Braxton family. Something that's old, something that's heavy. And this Birdman rumor is just like a symptom of the sickness. Sisters don't share men unless a demon is playing puppeteer. Families don't crumble this loud unless a curse has been activated. And secrets don't resurface after 20 years unless the spirit world is tired of the silence. This rumor hit my soul, y'all. It hit my intuition. It hit my emotional wire. And this ain't for entertainment. This is a warning, okay? Watch this video. Let's watch it. Play that clip.
Demand my address. I'm not expecting y'all to really give a about me. What I am asking about is my child.
Do I know where you live?
Well, of course you don't come. So
Exactly.
my thing,
So
I know where you live because I put down your down payment.
Beautiful.
You've been stealing from me for the past couple years on my credit cards and help
But
me.
what you steal?
I don't steal anything.
You don't? You sold men.
Who's the man that I stole?
Tony's. You slept with them a few times.
What man?
Do not get the lead. Oh.
What is no down there?
Oh, you're such a liar. Such a liar.
Man, he said he the one.
No, that's a lie.
I swear to God.
That's a lie.
I swear.
Which God are you trying
I swear. Your man for you think I too?
Tomorrow. Girl, what was that? Why are you wiping sweat off Birdman's head like you his personal assistant? If it was about support, you should have been in the audience, not up there, acting like his hype woman. Baby, that was too much, especially after all those recent rumors swirling that y'all been sleeping together. People are talking and they ain't whispering either. Could Birdman actually be the same ex that Tawanda once accused Tamar of sneaking around with? Because if that's true, who?
Are you guys a couple?
Well, T, that's my girl, my friend, my family.
Do you have...
That's my love, my soldier, my life. She my everything, and I trust
Because you
her.
bought her a Bentley truck.
Yes,
So the implication is that's your girlfriend.
she my life.
The drama is about to hit a whole new level. And wait, why are we just now finding out that Tamar and Birdman may have had something going on way back in the day? And to make it even wilder, Birdman has allegedly responded to all this mess himself. If you thought this was already chaotic, buckle up, because this ride's about to spin out of control. So here's what went down. Birdman, Manny Fresh, and other Cash Money legends hit the stage to face off against Master P and the No Limit crew in a legendary versus battle. The whole showdown happened live in Las Vegas during Complex Con, and it was supposed to be all about the music, but oh no, the spotlight quickly shifted. See, Toni Braxton was nowhere to be found on that stage, but her sister Tamar. She was front and center, loud, proud, and turning up like she owned the mic. She wasn't just vibing, she was twerking, bouncing and bopping her head like she forgot the cameras were rolling. But what really had folks' jaws dropping was how close she was getting to her so-called brother-in-law.
Hey, babe, I was trying to go crazy. I wanted to call him.
Was the #1 trending topic. I tried to tell him, I show him. He don't know what that is. I'm like,
Don't know that.
bro, you the #1 trending topic in the world. Come on, Toni Braxton.
Well, she thinks she's stupid. Good fan talk. TV, stop. Stop acting like you are.
Too close. The energy was giving old flames reignited, not family support. The crowd saw it, the internet saw it, and now everyone's asking the same question. What's really going on between Tamar and Birdman? The internet went absolutely wild. Comments were flying left and right, people saying there's no way on earth it was okay for Tamar to be up there, touching her brother-in-law like that, wiping sweat off his head like she's auditioning to be his stylist. Fans were heated, calling it out as straight up inappropriate. One user wrote, "This ain't family support. This is flirtation on stage."
I am dressed. I'm not expecting y'all to really give a about me. What I am asking about is my child.
Do I know where you live?
Well, of course you don't come. So
Exactly.
my thing,
So how would I
I know
get
where you live because I put down your down payment.
Beautiful.
You've been stealing from me for the past couple years on my credit cards and help
But
me.
what you
I
steal?
don't steal anything.
You don't? You sold men.
Who's the man that I stole?
Tony's. You slept with them.
stop.
A few times.
What man?
Do not get the lead. Oh,
I didn't know down there.
oh, you're such a liar. Such a liar.
Man, he said he
You know that's a lie.
I swear to God.
That's a lie. Which part are you trying
Your man for her. You think
Don't you?
And honestly, the clip didn't help her case one bit. But before we dive too deep, let's rewind and get one thing straight. There's definitely a real connection between Birdman and Toni Braxton. Not just some casual fling either. We're talking about a whole public engagement. When they started dating back in 2015, both of them openly talked about the idea of getting married. It wasn't some secret situationship. They were serious. But for some reason, that wedding never seemed to happen. Toni later claimed they kept pushing the date because of work commitments. Girl, please. Fans weren't buying that for a second. Let's be honest. If she really wanted to marry the man, she could have made it happen. Something about that excuse just didn't sit right. Anyway, Birdman did eventually pop the question. And Toni even posted photos to prove it. One was captioned, "A couple minutes before we got engaged," and fans lost it. Within 24 hours, another picture surfaced, showing them hugged up tight, Toni proudly flashing a massive diamond ring that could blind the haters. Birdman wasn't shy either. He hit the Wendy Williams show and poured his heart out like a man in love. He called Toni his love, his soldier, his life, his everything, and said he loved her to death. That man sounded like he was ready to risk it all.
There's no date.
There's no date. We almost had a date. Well, we had 2 dates, but we were doing Braxton Family Values and we were going through a little drama. And I was like, okay, the wedding is a good thing to get all of our sisters together. Yeah. I couldn't get us all together. And I said, the wedding's not a good reason because it's messing up my relationship a little bit. He's like, come on, Michelle, set a date. I know.
That's what he calls you?
He calls me Michelle. Doesn't call me Toni at all. That's my middle name, Toni Michelle.
Set a date.
He said before the year's out, so I have a couple weeks.
Couple weeks.
Yeah.
So he's 45, you're 51.
He's 49.
49.
So now that Tamar's on stage wiping sweat off his forehead, you can imagine how fans are losing their minds trying to figure out where the loyalty really stands. Toni eventually opened up about the whole engagement drama herself, and what she said just added more layers to the story. She revealed that they actually had wedding dates lined up, not 1, but 2. Can you believe that? But according to Toni, things got complicated because they were filming Braxton Family Values, and of course, there was drama brewing behind the scenes. She said the wedding would have been a perfect way to bring all her sisters together. Sounds sweet, right? Except that reunion never happened. Apparently, Toni just couldn't get her sisters on the same page. The family tension was real, and before anyone could even pick bridesmaid dresses, everything started falling apart. Then boom, out of nowhere, In 2019, Birdman dropped a bombshell on Instagram with one simple, cold message. It's over. That was it. No explanation, no emotion, just 2 words that broke the internet. And to make it even more final, he deleted every photo of Toni from his page, like she never existed. Toni didn't stay silent either. She came back swinging with a stunning picture of herself in a red gown, and the caption, "Starting a new chapter isn't always an easy choice, but always choose to be chosen. Cheers to a new year." That message screamed independence and heartbreak all at once. Fans were split. Some thought she was done for good, while others swore it was just another lover's spat. And wouldn't you know it, weeks later, the two were spotted back together, reunited on stage during Toni's Atlanta tour stop at the legendary Fox Theater. The chemistry was still there, and the crowd went crazy seeing them side by side again. But fast forward to December 2023, and Toni shut down the wedding rumors once more, posting a blunt hashtag, #fake news. So what's the truth now? Nobody really knows, but the back and forth love story has people glued to every move. Toni finally cleared the air, or at least she tried to. She went online and posted, "My dear friend, Birdman and I are not married, never been married. We are both single, honey." She said it with confidence, like she was done with all the speculation. But baby, not even a week later, a bombshell dropped that turned everything upside down. Because guess what? Court documents surfaced showing that Toni and Birdman actually did get married. And then split just 48 hours later. What? The papers used only their initials, TB and BW. But it didn't take a detective to figure out who that was. Fans and blogs connected the dots instantly. The secret was out. According to those same court filings, the two secretly tied the knot on August 8th, 2024. But by August 10th, it was over. 2 days and done. That's one of the shortest celebrity marriages in recent history. And to make things even more dramatic, Toni officially filed for divorce just 2 weeks later, citing that the marriage was irretrievably broken. That's lawyer talk for this relationship is beyond saving. But hold on, just when everyone thought it was truly over, another twist hit the timeline. In January 2025, Toni suddenly dismissed the divorce petition. Yup, she took it back, and Birdman signed off on it too, meaning that legally, they're still husband and wife. You can't make this up. So as it stands right now, they're technically still married, even though nobody really knows what's going on behind the scenes. And thanks to Tamar's latest messy on-stage moment, we just learned that Birdman and Toni might still be together. Word on the street is, when Toni isn't around, Tamar's been stepping in a little too close for comfort. The whole situation's messy, complicated, and just getting started. So here's where it gets even messier. Tamar decided to clap back. She wasn't staying quiet while the internet tore her apart. After people kept dragging her for wiping sweat off Birdman's bald head, she fired back at a fan on X, formerly Twitter, who asked why she was even on stage with her sister's man. Tamar shot right back, saying, "'Cause she couldn't be here and she love her, so I'ma hold it down for her and my brother." That was her story. She was just showing love and support, but fans weren't convinced. Apparently, while all this was happening at the event, Birdman actually FaceTimed Toni in real time. Toni was at home, cool as ever, rocking some sleek shades and a black turtleneck, lounging like a queen in what looked like pure luxury. Tamar jumped on the call all excited, hyping Birdman up and gushing about how great the show was. She even told Toni that the Cash Money Versus, No Limit Versus, was the biggest show ever. And Toni? She played it smooth as always. With a calm smile, she said, "Oh, I would think so." Of course it was, like nothing in the world could shake her. Meanwhile, fans were analyzing every second of that interaction, trying to figure out if Toni's cool demeanor meant she didn't care, or if she knew something the rest of us didn't. Tamar even pointed out that the stunning house Toni was sitting in was the big, beautiful home Birdman bought for her. That line alone sent social media into chaos. People started saying Tamar was doing way too much, praising the man, FaceTiming his wife, and still playing sidekick on stage stage, the optics were bad, and fans made sure to say it loud. Even after all her explanations, most people still thought the whole thing was off. They said, no matter what Tamar claimed, it was weird. Straight up weird for her to be that close to Birdman on stage, especially when rumors were already flying that she'd hooked up with him days before. The internet might forget a lot of things, but that sweat wiping moment, that's one they're never letting go. Let's rewind for a second, because this family tension didn't start on that Vegas stage. Longtime fans of Braxton family values already know the drama runs deep. During one episode, Tawanda Braxton straight up accused Tamar of sleeping with one of Toni's ex-boyfriends. The producers tried to be slick and bleeped out the name, but come on, fans aren't slow. The internet instantly lit up with guesses, and almost everyone pointed straight at Birdman. After all, he's Toni's most high-profile ex, and the timeline just made too much sense. But that's not all. Reports have been swirling for a while that Toni and Tamar's relationship hasn't exactly been picture perfect. Word on the street is they've had some serious issues behind the scenes. The real shocker came when Toni apparently realized she had been blocked by her own sister. On Tamar's birthday of all days. That's wild. Toni herself confirmed it with a little shade on social media, posting, "I wanted to repost that gorgeous picture of you, but I'm blocked again. Anyway, happy birthday, Tae-hyu." That's the kind of message that says a lot without saying too much. Fans immediately started speculating that this was deeper than a simple misunderstanding, like what really happened between them. Tamar, of course, didn't let that slide. She fired back, calling the whole thing pure gaslighting. She said Toni could have just picked up the phone and called her if she really wanted to talk. Then to prove her point, Tamar posted screenshots of a text thread between her and Toni on her Instagram story, showing they had literally been texting just the day before. In the messages, the two sisters were trying to figure out which city the other was in, so it's clear they were communicating. So now fans are even more confused. Are they close? Are they beefing? Or are they playing nice for the cameras while secretly fuming behind the scenes? One thing's for sure, this Braxton family saga keeps twisting, turning, and spilling more tea than anyone can sip in one sitting. Let's take a minute to focus on Birdman, because his reaction said a lot. While the internet was freaking out over Tamar being all touchy on stage, Birdman looked completely unbothered. In fact, he looked like he was enjoying every single second of it. The man was grinning, vibing, and didn't even try to step back. That right there had everyone wondering, was this really just innocent family energy, or was something else bubbling under the surface? See, this is where the real tea starts spilling. Word on the street is that Tamar and Birdman allegedly dated way back in the early 2000s, long before Toni ever came into the picture. Yup, you heard that right. Those close to the industry have whispered about it for years, saying Tamar and Birdman were real close. We're talking late night studio sessions, phone calls that went past midnight, and surprise appearances at each other's events. That kind of close. Now, nothing was ever confirmed publicly, but people who were around at the time said the chemistry between them was undeniable. According to the whispers, the romance fizzled out quietly, but the friendship stayed. Fast forward 2 decades later, and suddenly, they're back on stage together, dancing, laughing, and looking just a little too comfortable for folks to believe it's all innocent. The tension was giving more than music, and maybe, just maybe, that's why Tamar didn't see anything wrong with her actions. To her, it might have felt like harmless fun. Old vibes resurfacing, familiar energy that just came naturally in the moment. You know how it is when you got history with someone, that spark never really disappears, it just hides for a while. Then one night, under the lights, it sneaks right back out without you even realizing how it looks. Fans caught it instantly though, and now everyone's side-eyeing this so-called family bond. Like, girl, are you sure it's just that? Now here's where things get really wild. After that, Versus night went viral, fans started digging deeper. And what they found had everyone's jaws on the floor. Old interviews, throwback photos, and even archive posts started resurfacing, showing Tamar and Birdman being a little too friendly over the years. One clip from an early 2000s event showed them whispering and laughing in the corner, looking mighty cozy. People began connecting dots that had been sitting there all along. Like, how did we all miss this for so long? Suddenly, social media was split into two camps. Team, it's just family, and team, something ain't adding up. The family side swore Tamar was just being supportive, pointing out that she's always been loud, expressive, and full of energy on stage. But the other side, they weren't buying it for a second. One fan wrote, "You don't wipe sweat off your sister's man like that unless y'all got history." And honestly, they had a point. As more receipts popped up, fans even noticed that Tamar had dropped flirty comments under some of Birdman's old posts before deleting them later. Nothing too wild, just enough to make people say, And let's not forget that Birdman hasn't exactly rushed to shut the rumors down either. His silence, oh, that's been fueling the flames. Because in celebrity land, silence speaks volumes. Meanwhile, Toni's been keeping it classy. No direct responses, no shade posts, just pure silence. But insiders claim she's not happy about how things are looking, especially with her name being dragged into yet another messy headline. Some even say this whole thing could be the final straw between her and Tamar if it keeps escalating. At this point, the internet's eating this story up like a reality show we didn't know we were watching. Every clip, every like, every facial expression is being replayed and dissected. And with Tamar doubling down on her nothing happened defense, fans are still side-eyeing hard. Because let's be honest, when body language says one thing and the receipts say another, the truth usually isn't too far behind. The fallout from all this has been absolutely explosive. Social media is still buzzing. Blogs are milking the story like it's breaking news every hour. And fans can't stop arguing about what really went down between Tamar, Toni, and Birdman. You've got Twitter threads running 20 posts deep, TikTok detectives zooming in on clips frame by frame, and Instagram pages turning into full-blown investigation boards. It's chaos, a delicious, messy chaos. People are digging up every moment from the Braxton family values archives, saying the signs were always there. Some pointed out how Tamar used to get defensive whenever Birdman's name came up, while Toni always seemed too calm, like a woman who already knew more than she let on. Others swear you can feel the tension between the sisters even in old interviews. The smiles look polite, but the eyes, oh, they tell a different story. Now what's making this even juicier is that Birdman hasn't said a word. No interviews, no posts, no denials, just pure silence. And that silence, it's making people think he's either guilty or playing it smart. Because every day he keeps quiet, the mystery grows. Meanwhile, Tamar's trying hard to laugh it off online, posting memes and motivational quotes like nothing happened, while fans flood her comments asking, "Sis, did you or didn't you?" Behind the scenes, word is, Toni's inner circle is not thrilled. Sources say she feels disrespected, not just by the rumors, but by how public it's gotten. She's worked too hard to keep her image clean, and now all eyes are back on her love life for all the wrong reasons. And if that wasn't enough, Birdman's name keeps popping up in gossip blogs with other women too, making the situation even murkier. Fans are begging for answers, but right now, nobody's giving them. It's like a soap opera unfolding in real time. One post, one photo, one reaction at a time. The only question left is, will Toni finally speak up and shut the rumors down, or will the silence keep letting this fire burn hotter? Because honey, this saga is far from over. Yeah, that might just be what's really happening here. When you think about it, everything starts connecting in the wildest way, especially when you remember Tawanda once accused Tamar of hooking up with one of Toni's exes. Now that the Birdman rumors are back in full swing, it all feels a little too coincidental. Something about this whole situation just feels off. Either the Braxton sisters are about to drop the plot twist of the year, or this is one giant misunderstanding that's spinning completely out of control. But let's be real. with social media zooming in on every frame of that stage clip, every hand movement, every glance. Nobody's buying the "it's innocent" story anymore. From the outside looking in, that moment didn't scream family love. It screamed something else. Fans are saying it didn't look innocent. Not one bit. And what's really unsettling people is the timeline. If Tamar really did date Birdman first, and then he went on a date and secretly marry her sister Toni, that's not just messy, that's downright awkward. It's left fans divided, confused, and glued to their screens, waiting for someone in the Braxton camp to break their silence. Because right now, it's a mystery that keeps twisting deeper. Family loyalty, old flames, and a love triangle that nobody saw coming. So what's the truth? Was it just a misunderstood moment between close friends? Or is there way more to this than the sisters are letting on? Either way, this story isn't cooling down anytime soon.